What is going on, guys? This is the Lost Yeti here, hopping in for another match. I'm hoping, alright, so a little bit of backstory here. This is directly after the last match. I actually have time to record another episode, so you guys are getting more episodes of Season 1 before Season 2 comes out. That's all you need to know. Let's get into it. Alright, there we go. Yeah, Dizzy Heights is always a good one to start off with for the day. Or, well, not for the day, but for the episode. I don't know why, but for some reason I always enjoy just sending my guy through a literal obstacle course with Blender. Because it reminds me a lot of, I don't know if anyone here has ever watched it before, but there used to be a YouTube series, and it probably still is a YouTube series called Will It Blend? That is the question, where this guy would just take whatever items he decided he wanted to, and would just blend them in this like insane industrial blender. I remember it was like a big deal circa whatever year it was, because I cannot remember that for the life of me. But they would put like, yes, for whatever reason, I want to blend a ton of Matchbox cars. And then after blending it, he would be like, whiff in the air, and then be like, don't breathe this, you'll get poisoned. Or he would just say like, don't breathe this. And basically dump out the contents of whatever was left from it, which was always dust. I mean, it was probably a great blender, but I don't really understand why that ever took off. And like the endless stream of content that he would put out that would just be like all of these items being blended, that's what really impressed me, because for whatever reason, I don't know why I decided to waste my time and energy, but I would just watch these videos of just, yes, what happens when you put a bunch of lighters in a blender, because they're explosive naturally, so they would all go pop, 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 pop inside the blender and absolutely just, well, like smoke it out, destroy it. But somehow this industrial blender could just take it. I feel like genuinely, if they were like, we're gonna put an atom bomb inside this blender and hit on, that it would just be fine. This blender would like absolutely survive a nuclear fallout. Like, if you ever heard of the stories where it's like, okay, so nuclear fallout, what's surviving? You've got the Twinkie, you've got the cockroach, and you've got the Blendomatic, or whatever it was, blender from Will It Blend on YouTube, because for whatever reason this thing was indestructible. There was a point where in one of the Indiana Jones films that he survived an atomic bomb and by staying inside of a refrigerator. Man should have tried to fit himself in the blender, because he would have been better off in that way. Looks like we're actually doing pretty well, even though, again, I'm not paying attention. But that's perfectly okay by me. Looks like yellow's gonna bite the dust, so we're gonna bully them a little bit, and see if we can get their last ball out over into red. Got 8 seconds left, so chances are good. 4 balls in our court, so I can't complain. Looks like we just launched it out. 1 second left. That's the dub. Yes, tail tag, my old friend. On the bright side, I'm not starting with tail, so inevitably I will not get a tail for the entire match and then lose. So that's okay. Let's see what our best approach is. I think, honestly, the best way to do this was probably to hang out around the bottom and see if there's like someone trying to cut through and be a smart guy. Because the cameras are so hard to see here, you can't really see in or out. I don't know if that's actually going to pay off. This guy's just grabbing me for no apparent reason. Dude, I do not have a tail. Do I look like I have a tail? I'm a woolly mammoth. They have tails, but I do not have a tail. And I still don't understand why people hang out in the middle. I feel like that's probably the least probable strategy to actually work, but for these guys it's working apparently, so I shouldn't be saying anything. Grabbing the unicorn's tail, beautiful, actually able to get away with one. Got 43 seconds on the clock. I still think I'm gonna choke it. It's just too much time to get the tail width to actually hold it for. I feel like the longer you hold it, the more likely you're to have it taken from you. And I don't know why I'm so bad with 5 seconds left. It's just like, nope, there goes my tail. It decided to jump off of my body and run the furthest distance possible away, because it clearly doesn't like me. But at least now I have a chance to get another one. Let's see. Okay, this guy's gonna fall. He's got... Did I get it? I don't know if I got it. I think I got it stolen. 10 seconds on the clock. I don't see anybody with a tail anywhere close anyways. These guys all don't. 6 seconds left. Yeah, I'm not gonna get one. Alright, that's a shame. It'll be a deal they'll at least do us earlier on. Let's see if we can get into another one. Back in the Blendomatic. Alright, we at least can get a double feature of this one. It seems pretty appropriate. I don't know why. I guess that was probably the blender's like campaign or something like that. Or not campaign, but like that was like one of their marketing strategies to sell this blender. I've never put any of these items in my own blender, and I wouldn't recommend you doing the same. I don't really know what the advantage of being able to blend a Matchbox car would be or selling a blender. Like, I understand that that's something good, but I don't really need metal dust inside of my cornflakes, and I don't know why I would prepare cornflakes with a blender, but you get my gist. So we're gonna hop on this one. Hop on this one. Absolutely miss it, but that's okay. We'll take the bottom route. Sometimes I wonder in these minigames if it's better off to actually take the top route or the bottom route, because I feel like sometimes it's genuinely a wash. I mean, like, those guys didn't make the jump, and I don't know where they were in like relation to me before it. But I'm curious if you actually just go for the bottom route sometimes, if it's actually quicker. Got some fruits coming at us. Strawberries, stay out of my diet. There we are. Nice, there's only like 20 people qualified, so we're gonna easily get this one if we don't get taken up by the blueberry and strawberry and whatever else comes next. Beautiful. Qualified again. Beautiful. I haven't actually gotten a game of perfect match in a little bit, so this is nice to kind of switch it up a little bit. I think I've come around. I think I'm going to actually miss this minigame, although it's one of the easier ones. It is kind of like a little bit of a game extender, just because I feel like I can almost reliably get through this one. I say that, I'll lose now, but we'll see. I think that this is actually going to be my last series, or not series, but like whatever you call it, last games in a row that make sense. Words coming out of my mouth that are just in vomit formation for this episode. That's what I mean. So whenever we get eliminated, that'll probably be it. I don't know. This whole game is basically a game show, and I didn't memorize anywhere these fruits are. There's an apple, there's an orange, there's a cherry in that corner on the top left. And there's an apple where this pear is. And somehow, some way, I am pulling that one out of my butt. And there's only one guy there. I don't understand why 95% of people actually fit onto the same square. Like, I feel like everyone's just naturally staring at the exact same spot, and I do want to make the same mistake. So we've got a grape in the far corner, apple, banana, watermelon. I'm going to stand on the watermelon. I already forgot what the other ones were. This is great. We're going for the apple. Am I on an apple? That's bad. Oh, the pain. I audibly said what was on the tile, and then within a split second, immediately forgot what was on the tile. It's an absolute joke. You know what? I said that was going to be it, but I think for my own sanity's sake, I'm going to give it one more go. I don't care how far I make it. If I get eliminated in the first round, that's fine. But we'll get one more match in there. I don't know why I'm absolutely fried. I feel like an absolute idiot. And a bunch of people went out with me. A lot of people were like, hey, clearly this mammoth guy, he knows what he's doing. But I have no idea what I'm doing. Which is why I'm going to play another round. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. I don't know where my energy just came from, but that is a lack of an explanation. So with that said, let's gonna hop into a little bit of DoorDash. We're gonna bash through a door that's already open, and I don't know why I wasted my amount of time on that, but a banana told me to, so I'm gonna follow him. And by follow him, I mean bust the door down with my toes. This is like the police simulator that you never knew you wanted, but you always knew you needed when you're busting down doors with your toes. I feel like that would actually like shatter all of the bones in your toes. I feel like that would be something that you would see in stereotypical Terminator film. Except there's nothing stereotypical about Terminator breaking down doors with his toes, but I feel like you would be the only person capable of that. And I don't know why I'm talking about this. So we're just going to acknowledge that I qualified. And we're going to not acknowledge the rest of that conversation. And we're going to get into the next game. Next up, we got a little bit of rollout. Hopefully this one will be relatively painless. We got eliminated 17 people, usually it's like 15 or 16, so a little bit more than normal. I'm gonna try to up the ante, and by that I mean walk between platforms again. Without crazy does this get? Can we bridge the gap? No, I'm not gonna make that gap. I'm not gonna try because I won't make it. Got one green platform coming up hot as I almost jump over it like an idiot. Somehow, some way, 8 people have found their way to leap off of the edge, likely as a result of missing green platforms, but that's okay. 9 people have met their demise. And so far, one of them has not been me, and I'm very surprised by that, to be honest. Mr. Ninja over there nearly just went right off the side. 10 people down, 11 people down. Again, I don't get it. Unfortunately, if you just play safe, there's no reason to get eliminated. This thing doesn't get faster. At least to my knowledge, it's not getting faster. And I'm just jumping between barriers. It's kind of fun to catch yourself in the green thing. But beyond that, there's nothing really to do to pass time. Besides, count them all. Oh boy. Well, it's been a good run, guys. It's been real. This is when I meet my absolute demise. A little bit of slime climb. I don't really have the best record against slime climb. I don't know anyone that really does, but at least this will actually cut down the crowd if I do so make it. But I feel like every time I get a little bit further, and the last piece at the end just absolutely demolishes me, and I feel like the slime has gotten yet again faster for no good reason. I would like to at some point get good as the hip kids are calling them. So as I get pulled by the propelled balls, I can't make a simple jump. Excuse me, sir. Get out of my way. I would like to jump to my doom, avoiding the view. Most often, I don't make it on this yellow portion right up here. For whatever reason, they are just super slippery. It's literally as if they just, you know, the like Zamboni that they use at ice rink. I feel like they just ran a Zamboni across this thing. That man pushed me off. Zamboni across the thing, literally with like wood polish. And there I go. Alrighty, guys. You know, Slime Climb really got the best of us there, but I can't complain. It wasn't too bad. We had a couple good games in there. You know, you can't win them all. Just had some good ones. Had an absolute mind freeze on the actual perfect match game. Maybe that Zamboni I was talking about, maybe it just straight up ran me over or something. I don't know. Hey, I'm just enjoying the end of Season 1. I cannot wait for Season 2. I hope to see you guys in the next season with all the new costumes and all the new minigames that I can't wait to see. But for at least Season 1, this has been The Lost Yeti. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next season.